stay here on the ground. It's overrated. The cityscape escapes you with a sound. It's delineated. I waited at the station for an hour, but I won't make it. You take off on an updraft by the tower, and you overtake it. Every moment I see you on the rise, you're drawn across the sky. Now that ink has dried, and I can't tell you why. Can you tell me there's an issue? I've seen it clouded all around you. Why can't you tell me there's an issue you've seen before? Or maybe can you tell me there's an issue? I've seen it clouded all around you. Why can't you tell me there's an issue you've seen before? And I can't tell you why. Oh, I can't tell you why. Why you have to stay here on the ground? It's overrated. The cityscape parades you with a sound. It's delineated. No one here has even learned your name, but they all claim that they saw you land and land to do the same, but they won't make it. Every moment I see you on the rise, you're drawn across the sky. Now that ink has dried, and I can't tell you why. Can you tell me there's an issue? I've seen it clouded all around you. Why can't you tell me there's an issue you've seen before? Or maybe can you tell me there's an issue? I've seen it clouded all around you. Why can't you tell me there's an issue you've seen before? And I can't tell you why. Maybe can you tell me there's an issue? I've seen it clouded all around you. Why can't you tell me there's an issue you've seen before? And I can't tell you why. I can't tell you why. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is another episode, the first episode of Nerdy Live in the year of our Lord 2026, the best morning show in commentary, coming to you live, not just from YouTube this time around. We are also going live to Kick and Twitch. I mean, I'm more likely to get banned from Twitch, but hell, you know, we're gonna keep the ball rolling here. We're gonna see how these platforms do. I mean, hey, it's not like I'm exactly killing it on any platform right now. So hey, might as well multi-stream, might as well have a little bit of fun. If there's anyone watching on the Twitch or Kick end, I am Nerdy John, a YouTube live stream broadcaster. I run a podcast called Nerdy Live in the Morning, the best morning show in commentary. And hey, if you want to check out more content, subscribe over on the YouTubes. But hey, who we got in chat today? We got Wookie Z. Wookie, I hope you've been doing well, man. Howdy. John, you should send Discord alerts to YouTube spammy notifications at times. Give them plebs time to show up. Yeah, we've given people time to show up. You know, I don't blame anyone for like not showing up right now, because like this is an impromptu live stream, and so after not doing like an official live show in probably like at least 2 months. At least it's been at least 2 months since I've done an official live show. So hey, I figured, why not do one on another streamer who's been failing recently, and that's iDubbbz. iDubbbz, for the love of God, he's been trying, man. Trying. He gets anywhere from like 100 concurrent watching 90 Day fucking Fiance. Imagine that. You go from being the top YouTube creator of all time, one of the best, 7 mil on YouTube, the guy that every single commentary creator, every single comedian on the platform looked up to, and now all of a sudden you're shit. You're doo-doo. You're trash. You don't know what the fuck you're doing. You can barely cohesively make a sentence. This dude, and like I know I'm not the first one. I'm not the first one to say this, but I think he seriously got some fucking brain damage from doing that boxing match. Cause holy shit, man. How do you go from being one of the fucking funniest guys on the planet to like yeah, kind of bad. Like that's how he talks. And it's utterly insane to me that iDubbbz, king of YouTube, is now decrepit, he's just pathetic. That man is pathetic. It's 11 p.m. here, and I have a day off tomorrow. I have an excuse. Hell fucking yeah. We love days off. I have a day off tomorrow, so there is an Taku video made by Nick Andros, so I'm definitely going to be watching that tomorrow. But I figured, hey, this is a smaller topic. I can run this for like a little over an hour. Should be lots and lots of fun. But right now, we have iDubbbz versus MoistCr1TiKaL. And yes, I'm doing the. We have iDubbbz versus MoistCr1TiKaL. Yeah, I'm doing the voice. There we go.
Recently, iDubbbz has started another tirade against a fellow YouTuber, this time choosing MoistCr1TiKaL, where in now multiple instances he has gone after Charlie, calling him either an unprincipled rat or saying that he leads people down the alt-right pipeline.
And if you have that opinion of him, right? If you have by the way, fucking Charlie, aka MoistCr1TiKaL. I love the guy. Don't get me wrong. I love pee pee poo poo. I love the fart jokes. I love pee pee poo poo joke. But like, he's one of the most like milk toast creators out there. Like he gives the public opinion pretty often. You know, there's very rarely does he have a hot take, and like usually when he's making fun of like other people for like any political shit, it's usually for like being conservative. But the only reason iDubbbz is going after him is because MoistCr1TiKaL had to take that iDubbbz didn't need to apologize. And for some reason, like fucking iDubbbz sees red whenever he thinks of Charlie now, even though he was so willing to work for the guy during his multiple failures of Creator Clash. But yeah, you know, I digress. You know, that was just for money. He was just a fucking weasel who wanted to like suck up all to like the Twitch people.
Some users on Reddit actually agreed with Ian's assertion, saying that it is true, and when Critical goes live, his chat is sometimes out of control, and others outright dismissed this, pointing out that Ian's viewer count is steadily decreasing, and this is just another claw at relevancy. Welcome to the internet versus iDubbbz and Critical. It starts when on the YouTube drama subreddit important question text post this clip with the caption, iDubbbz believes Charlie, Penguin Zero, or MoistCr1TiKaL is part of the right-wing pipeline.
The thing that kind of first stands out to me is that I never perceived 2016 iDubbbz to be ideologically like right-wing or ideologically hateful in the way that those other two are. Like
it's part of the pipeline though. It's the same.
Who are the other two in question? Who are the other two? Are we talking like Leafy, Are we talking Keemstar? Like, who are they? Like, I'm sorry, this is clipped. I don't have full access to the full stream. But like, what examples were we talking about here?
Reason people wouldn't say Charlie MoistCr1TiKaL is right wing or like as ideologically fuck out there as like a Nick Fuentes or even Asmongold, right? Like,
yeah, exactly.
He holds some space for the people in his audience.
How? Oh, is it because he doesn't talk about politics 24/7? Like, dude, what? I doubt Charlie is ever going to like respond to any of this because it is at the end of the day like shitter drama. Like, what? Charlie does not need to respond to iDubbbz, who doesn't have any presence online anymore. He really doesn't need to do that. So, but like, dude, this would like it would be such an easy clapback though. And plus two, it's like, I'm sorry, Charlie is somehow a gateway to the alt-right. Do you realize he was like debating debating Sneeko, making videos about Sneeko, making videos about how awful Andrew Tate is. Like, he was objectively calling out people who hardcore associate with the alt-right. Like, how is Charlie then responsible for there being a gateway if he's been actively like calling out people who associate with that space? It makes no fucking sense whatsoever. iDubbbz is just a fucking moron because he's butthurt that MoistCr1TiKaL, who like wasn't even that edgy. He wasn't even that edgy back in the day. He would just say like pee pee poo poo cocksucker. You know, he would just say stuff like this in like, you know, his monotone goofy voice. And like, for the most part, MoistCr1TiKaL still has a career. If I look at his channel right now, each video at least gets 500,000 views. I guarantee it. Let's see, MoistCr1TiKaL, because he's what, 10 million subs, 10 million sub channel. Oh, I'm sorry, 17 million subs. And let's see, MoistCr1TiKaL actively gets 1.3 million, 2 million, 1.7 million, 2.5 million, 2.9 million. Let's see, looks like he did a video on Nvidia that only got 775,000. 2.4 million, 3.4 million, 1.5 million, 3.3 million. And he's able to achieve this by basically not making any thumbnails whatsoever. If he has a thumbnail, it is usually like a screenshot. And he's able to do this with little to no editing, just with his webcam. Like Charlie is in the position that 90% of 95% of creators wish they were in, because the other 5% are artsy fartsy types who like try to be pretentious. I lowball Charlie. I did. But like, think about it. Charlie, when he goes live, has thousands upon thousands of concurrent viewers. Because I don't think he multi-streams, but I know like his main streaming platform recently has been either Twitch or YouTube. And like, the dude makes crazy amount of money from it. Actually, if I'm correct, I think a couple years ago, Charlie straight up said, I don't think he really keeps any of the money that he gets from like making YouTube videos. I think he said he puts it all in like donations. So like, the guy is wealthy enough to where he gets millions of views every month and still like, yeah, I'll just donate it to charity. Like iDubbbz, the guy who lives in his in-laws' basement right now, wishes he was him. He wishes it, but he's not.
Who might have some differing opinions. He doesn't make it clear, like, I don't want you in my fucking community.
Yeah.
Like, outright. Yeah. And, you know.
So he's secretly a guy who wants the alt-right in his... I mean, I think the amount of content he's made criticizing people like Sneeko, Andrew Tate during the height of their popularities, I think that's proof enough to show that he doesn't fuck with the alt-right. And it's insane to me that in your level of criteria in order to call out the alt-right is, well, are you calling them out every video, every stream? No, then you're part of the problem. It's like, dude, I don't need to constantly say that Nazis are bad to be against Nazis. I know that's a fucking hot take. Did you know that, guys? You can usually say like once that you're against Nazis. Just one time you can say that you're against Nazis. And holy shit, suddenly you're against Nazis. It's a miracle. I fucking know. Like, holy shit. What the fuck? Like, come on. Also, too, just get out of the way, guys. I do have like text to speech enabled for donations now. So if you donate, you get a message read through TTOS. So please no slurs. No slurs, please.
You know, I get it. I get the hustle. I did it for a while. But it is a little bit of cope. And I understand why people don't want to take the path that I took, because it breeds a lot of hate.
Dude, no, dude. Because, dude, people don't, like, my problem with iDubbbz wasn't that he no longer says the N-word. It's that he just became unfunny. You can still be left-leaning and funny. Like, that's not a mutually exclusive thing. You don't have to be right-leaning to be funny, because most people who are conservative are fucking unfunny as hell. As they're using like, you can't say that joke, you can't say that joke. Now it's the left saying, you can't say that joke, you can't say that joke. But in reality, it's just like whoever the fuck it like, you can cater your humor to anyone. You really can. Anyone can get offended by anything. You just gotta say the right catchphrases and words.
He then continues his post saying, tried to look up a YouTube version of this clip so I could get maximum context, but doesn't really matter. This isn't objectively insane in spite of reality take. This is a purity over actual politics. Charlie has been going at the Trump admin and their policies for months, actually years, because of a previous incident with one of his foreign players being mistreated by the
Exactly. And
U.S. government. He is not a safe space for the alt-right at all. Almost every other day, if not every day at times, is him clowning on some insane crap the government has done or said. In fact, he just dropped another video 32 minutes ago at the time of writing about it. To me, this is proof that iDubbbz hasn't changed who he is, just changed targets. A progressive, if you will. Dry Economist replies, it's just because Charlie shares a large audience with Asmongold, as mostly the gamer side, which I agree with, to be honest. You gotta watch Charlie.
oh no, guys, okay, I get it. Asmongold bad, Asmongold bad. I get it. Asmongold bad. Is there? Did we say that enough? Is everyone okay? Is everyone okay that I said it now? Dude, I get it. Asmongold, the devil. He's the devil, guys. But like, guess what? Before he was like heavily into like politics, did you know he was a gaming streamer? Did you know he played WoW? So of course he's gonna have like a subsection of like people who watch him that are into gaming, who probably watch other like gaming news or gaming content creators. Of course there's good, and like, I'm sorry, 17 million people are subscribed to Charlie. He's gonna have a little bit of everyone. You can't control who subscribes to your channel. You can denounce certain groups, but guess what? If people from said groups still want to subscribe to your channel, they're going to do it. I don't know what the fuck your point is here. iDubbbz, you're fucking idiotic.
Charlie's chat during live streams when he watches any game trailer with a black person. And Attaboy Stampy replies, yeah, that's a good point. He ignores a lot of bullshit in his stream chats instead of addressing it. And Seven Tails says, good take. Painted Lotus YouTube says, it's a pipeline, not a teleporter. There are levels of right wing that people go down before they end up in the sewers. And unfortunately, it can start with a creator who doesn't take a hard enough stance against bigotry. If racists feel safe in your chat.
Oh my fucking god. If racists feel safe in your chat, you're part of the problem. I started to watch a few of his videos a year or two ago, and immediately my recommendations were filled with right-wing / red pill shit. How? Because I've watched Charlie for years, and that's never fucking happened to me. If you are someone being recommended red pill shit, I think that says more about you than it does, oh, I watched so and so, then I got recommended this. Like, come on. I think that's a fucking cope. Call me crazy. I think that's a fucking cope. Oh yeah, it's Charlie's fault that I'm being recommended red pill shit. Yeah, sure, buddy. Sure. Well, also too, and this is the caveat, right? If you obviously YouTube goes about like how it judges what to recommend to you based on what you watch, and if what you watch is something about a topic, like for example, if I watch a video criticizing Star Wars Battlefront 2, I am then going to recommended Star Wars Battlefront 2 videos. YouTube doesn't see it as me negatively watching something about Star Wars Battlefront. They just see I'm watching something about Star Wars Battlefront. So if Charlie, again, someone who's heavily criticized the alt-right and like the red pill dubroads, if he has made videos highly critical of them, guess what? Sometimes they might appear in your feed, but just because they appear in your feed does not mean Charlie is supporting them. Charlie is calling them out. Like, it's simple math. It's, dudes, come on. Dude. And guess what? As soon as I made, like, when I was making content on Just a Robot during the height of all that stuff, guess what? I kept getting recommended, like, Just a Robot videos. It's not because I watched Just a Robot, it's because I made content on Just a Robot and I watched content criticizing him. That does not mean, fucking Fauci from the Op Block is trying to, like, indoctrinate me into fucking sleepy time calls with Just a Robot. It just means that's what I got recommended, unfortunately. And that's what happens. People are fucking dumb. So fucking dumb. I hate Redditors so much.
You're part of the problem. And Miss Lady Llama Drama replies, I decided to watch a few of his videos a year or two ago, and immediately my recommendations were filled with right-wing/red pill shit. I have never once had right-wing content shoved in my face until I started watching him. And when I stopped and said I no longer wanted them to suggest his videos, lo and behold, I wasn't being suggested that content anymore. Like, if you're going to make content around your opinion and your opinion doesn't include not wanting your community to be overrun with bigots, you're going to get bigots. They fester only where they're allowed. Which a caregiver says, as someone that used to listen to Charlie's former podcast, I agree with Ian. He's played fast and loose with his appeal to gamers, and for 8 years he platformed.
I hate that the gamer is now associated with, like, people on the alt-right. Dudes, fucking people need to stop with the fucking Gamergate bullshit. Like, dude, I just want to play goddamn video games. What the fuck? Why using gamer like it's a fucking, like, term for a Nazi? What the fuck? You people you people are cruel. Like, come on. Why you gotta do that to me? Come on.
From his actual right-wing buddies to spew whatever dumb beliefs they wanted, with little pushback, especially Gaia, like the COVID vaccine episode, or the one where they said they wanted to apply eugenics to pit bulls. They had Count Dankula, Eat and Decline, Ian and his edgy days, even Andrew Tate on the show, and all that stuff 100% fed that pipeline, and for Charlie to not acknowledge that is irresponsible. And Miss Lady Llama Drama replies, he also had Sneeko on to squash their beef. It was so pathetic watching those two glaze each other to their faces after weeks of dogging one another. He loves platforming bigots to play buddy-buddy with them so he can pretend he is neutral. Problem is that now people are finally starting to clue into the fact that rich people want money more than they want to hold any actual moral values. People are tired of this bipartisan bullshit rich people keep pulling to justify standing for nothing more than profit. Radical Red Cube says, I have a love-hate with Charlie's content. He obviously fence-sits and has the most basic opinions, but a figure like him is incredibly important because he has a massive voice that non-political people look at, and the way I see it, he is denormalizing the Trump admin. It's so infuriating to watch, but it genuinely helps. And Toph replies, he's going to do that, but when it comes time to vote the next election, he's either going to say, I have no opinions, or vote whoever you want.
Which is usually, like, okay, I know, Amaru got some shit over this. But, like, honest to God, if you need a content creator who's not political to tell you your political opinions, are you really that educated when it comes to politics? This is my stance. I think people need to educate themselves on the politics and the policies that they personally believe in, right? And that stems from talking to people locally in your circle. And guess what? If you disagree with everyone in your fucking circle, then go online. Go online. I'm sure you have online friends. Ask what their political beliefs are. But, like, I don't understand why you need, like, the people that you watch to agree with your politics. Just watch political content creators. It's not like there's not a whole lot of them. Trust me, there's a whole bunch of political content creators on both sides of the aisle. So the fact that these people need every single non-political streamer to give their political takes is fucking insane to me, and it always will be.
If Vance or Trump runs again, he won't do anything to persuade his viewers not to vote for them, and the whole cycle will repeat. And WD-40 replies, quoting the last sentence we just read and saying, bruh, if the Dems with billions in funding can't persuade voters, what's this guy gonna do? You'd also post this clip with the caption, iDubbbz on Asmongold and MoistCr1TiKaL.
It's one of these things that it's so hard for me to be critical of. Like, I'm even still being empathetic iDubbbz.
Oh yeah, empathetic, Mr. Empathetic, fucking dude, you sat there and said nothing as a man was falsely getting CPS called on him. You sat there and did nothing, and when you were asked your opinion on the situation, you go, well, I think both sides are bad. You're not empathetic at all. You're a fucking weasel who is trying to do everything he can to remain popular.
I actually should have a lot more heat for people like Asmongold and Charlie, because it's so fucking obvious.
Okay, Asmongold, I think you have a better argument for it, considering he is outwardly a conservative political streamer. But what the fuck did Charlie has nothing to do with this, man. The only reason why you're going after Charlie is because you're mad at him that he said you didn't have to apologize for your past.
It's so fucking and it's unfair even to lump Charlie in with Asmongold, right? Like, I have so much heat because it's like, you know what you're fucking doing. You know what you're doing. You guys are being fucking rats. You're being like unprincipled rats. Like, I do not fucking care. And I think the audience knows as well, right? Like, the audience the audience wants to wear everyone as a fucking mech suit. And it's like, none of it really, the conversation is never really about like whether they're principled or not. It's whether they made the smart move career-wise. Like, you haven't upset enough people. You haven't upset enough of the right people, which would actually be like a little bit of a
And Atuka replies, well,
what the fuck was that last part of the clip?
I don't think iDubbbz has been making too many smart moves, career-wise. iDubbbz complains, sex workers, bad move. Sam Hyde Doc, bad move. Creator Clash 3, bad move.
Creator Clash 2 and 3 were bad moves. What the fuck do you mean? Creator Clash, if I can speak. Creator Clash 3 never happened. Creator Clash 2 lost money. What the fuck do you mean?
Move. Content Cop H3, bad move. iDubbbz complains on his critics, bad move. And Willie Mack quotes the post by saying, "Isn't Charlie a lib like him? What's he even mad about? Everything this man says is retarded." And EdDesignNop replies, "Because Critical called him out for his terrible apology from years ago and pointing out how inauthentic it was. He's actually willing to call out people like Hassan when they do bad things too, so obviously he's no different than the racist grifter Asmongold." Joe Paris says, "Charlie doesn't froth at the mouth while virtue signaling. So does it really count?" Kevboard says, "iDubbbz is not a lib. He's a retarded communist bootlicker. Never compare us to this dipshit, please. Thanks." Over on r/MoistCr1TiKaL, June Moon Loon also posts this clip with the caption, "iDubbbz calls Charlie an unprincipled rat."
It's interesting to see Charlie's subreddit talk about this though.
And Brad Bradley replies, "On one hand, I'd love to see Charlie make a video on this loser's downfall. On the other hand, it'd give him like a 10,000x boost to his viewership because he's..."
Yeah, maybe that was it. He's just like, well, if Charlie makes a video on me, I'll get more attention. And if I get more attention, I'll get more viewers. And if I get more viewers, I'll get more Twitch subs. That's what he's thinking probably. Yeah, that's what he's thinking.
He's mostly streaming to like 150 people these days because he's a boring idiot. And Andrews Kantz replies, "Yeah, it's best to just leave him screaming into the void." And Brad says, "Agreed 100%. Just let him fizzle out and get a job at the local Denny's." Harry is Sleeping replies, "If Charlie really only cared about how he appeared to the lowest common denominator, then he would have grifted or stayed silent on so many different issues and topics by now. If he only cared about appealing to the largest audience possible, he would have never mentioned Palestine, he would have never mentioned ICE, and he would have never stood up for trans rights. A lot of those takes did get him in hot water with people on the right. It's true those things aren't his main topics, and the nature of his channel is pretty safe, but in no way is he unprincipled. He's not scared to talk about them."
In the eyes of iDubbbz and people like iDubbbz, MoistCr1TiKaL needs to 100% become a left-leaning, ultra boosting channel. And I think it's pretty clear, given the topics that Charlie talks about, that he is left-leaning. It's just he's not I'm sure if you were to ask him, he's not an intelligent guy when it comes to politics. So yes, while occasionally he will give you his opinion on a situation when it deserves to be called out, like for example, the deportation of many of in his gaming org because of how fucked up everything is right now, and then also to the the fact that trans rights are trying to be erased from fucking history. Yeah, Charlie calls that shit out, but it sucks. It sucks that to these people he just doesn't talk about it enough. See, that's the thing, is that he's a gateway to the alt-right because he doesn't talk about it enough. Again, guys, you don't need to constantly say that Nazis are bad in order to be against Nazis. You can just say Nazis are bad.
And Lifefig replies, "I think Charlie stands for the right things. I think he is also aware that a lot of fellow men who he otherwise shares similar interests with support deplorable things, as evidenced by the presence of Zionists in this sub, as well as people trying to diss iDubbbz by calling him a cuck as if that is an argument against his viewpoints. I think
it's a way of making fun of him. You're just making fun of him. That's it.
It's for his own sanity that he does restrict himself until he really can't hold off on talking about something." Casual Dystopia replies to the clip by saying, "Is he really this delusional, or is he actually just grifting at this point? There's no way he can be serious about this when Charlie just put out another video railing on Trump being in the Epstein files yesterday." And Toba replies, "You're wasting your time with this guy. He lost 95% of his audience. He lost his marbles." And Immense Ass says, "Word around the block is that he's a cuck as well." And Heavenly DM Man says, "And enables and defends abusers." He tweets out this clip with the caption, "Asmongold begs iDubbbz to come at him."
I'm even still being empathetic iDubbbz.
I'm still being empathetic iDubbbz. It's so fucking dumb. I will say this is funny.
Oh God. All right, let's go. Let's hear it. Let's hear it from empathetic iDubbbz. All right, let's go.
I actually should have a lot more heat for people like Asmongold and Charlie, because it's so fucked.
Please do. Please do. It'll be great content for me. Please complain about me.
No, yeah, dude, Asmon's like, yes, fucking talk about me. And dude, I can picture it now. Like former YouTube royalty attacks Asmongold. I can see it now. Washed up YouTuber attacks Asmongold. I see the vision.
You're being like unprincipled rats. Like
This is the guy who was making fun of an Iranian for talking about how Iran is oppressive. Do you remember that?
Yes. iDubbbz, the white guy, was making fun of another man, a man of a different race and culture, for talking about how oppressive it is. Ian and Anissa are a walking contradiction. They claim to be empathetic and great people, but they are the complete opposite. Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, if you are someone who constantly has to mention how much of a good person you are, you're probably not a good person. Good people don't need to outwardly say how good they are. Excuse me. Drinking hot cocoa. They don't need to outwardly say how good they are. They just do things. Like, again, Charlie, he made one video talking about how he's going to be donating the revenue of his YouTube channel to charities. And he's, as far as I'm aware, he's never brought that up ever again. Because he doesn't need the brownie points. He just does something to be good.
I'm like sitting there with his girlfriend, like giggling.
Every time Charlie's in a fucking like controversy, and like, not that he gets into a lot of them, but like if he's ever in like an internet pissing match, he never goes, I donate money to charity. As soon as Ian and Anissa get criticized, they're like, as soon as Ian and Anissa fucking get criticized, we donated money to charity. We helped charity. What did you do? Exactly. I wouldn't say I'm a saint, but I'm not a complete piece of garbage, and I'm fine with that. Yeah, it's just like, I'm just like how I usually say. It's like, I'm an asshole. That's how I end things. I'm an asshole.
To themselves about how uneducated and stupid this Iranian is for thinking that America is a more free country than Iran. This is the same guy. Yep. Do you enjoy the amount of space that you occupy in people's heads? I mean, I didn't even know, right?
I will say it is crazy how much power that people let Asmongold have. Because realistically speaking, if you just wanted him to be left in the dirt and forgotten, all you have to do is never talk about him ever again. And that's the funny thing. If you want Asmongold to just drift off into the ether to never be seen or heard from again, all you'd have to do is literally don't talk about him. But they can't stop that. They can't help themselves.
I had no idea he's like sitting there thinking about me. I mean, I'm going to be honest. Well, I don't know if the word is thinking, but like he's sitting there talking about me. Like I never really think of iDubbbz. If you really want me to be honest, I never really do. And, based on his viewer count, it seems like nobody else does either.
Flaccid Turkey Sausage replies, if iDubbbz is thinking of Asmongold, it is because Anissa is talking about him.
Oh no, yeah, most definitely. Because I don't think iDubbbz has a singular thought in his entire brain. I think he gets all of his opinions now from Anisha. And that's not me saying, oh, she's Yoko, oh no, she's ruining him. I think it's just like, iDubbbz is not a very intelligent person. I don't think he actually researches any of his political opinions. I think at most he watches Hassan. He watches a couple of other like video essay channels to get his opinions. And then for the rest of them, he gets them from Anisha, who paints herself like she's like an expert on fucking everything. So yeah, he's gonna get all of his opinions from her. Which, I mean, I guess more power to you, but like, I don't know, man. Like, me and iDubbbz probably have the same sort of like political knowledge, let's say. Political knowledge. Now, I have issues that I'm passionate about, that I care about. I'm like, hey, that's happening, that's fucked up. But like, I'm not intelligent enough to like actually make a career out of like talking about politics, nor like that's not fun to me. Politics are serious. It's about serious issues, and I don't find that stuff fun. I'll be perfectly honest. And if they want people to stop shitting on them, they should shut the fuck up and quit acting shocked when people clap back. They say as white people, because let's be honest, Anisha tries to say that she's fucking Lebanese. She's fucking not. Does no one remember that fucking Does no one remember that old Discord message where she revealed she was only what, like 20% Lebanese? Her dad's only half Lebanese. Her dad's only half Lebanese, and she's acting like she's a fucking expert when it comes to all Middle Eastern cultures. Because that's the thing, right? Okay, let's give her some. Okay, she's only 20% Lebanese, but she's very in tune with her Lebanese culture. How does that make you an expert on like how Iranians feel about the Iran government? What? How? Like, I'm sorry. What? How? Like, you're like that. Like, to me, that's like if you go to Germany, like, or I'm sorry, like you know someone, and like their dad is like authentically German, like off the boat German, but they're only biologically like half German. And so that person is only 20% German. And then they claim to be an expert on French people. Like, what? If these people actually researched their political opinions, they would realize how flawed they are. I know you want to get into those weeds. I'm not even going to say that like their political opinions are flawed. It's just that like they go so in depth into like the trenches of their political beliefs, and the right do this too. The right do this as well. Because like you'll see people on the right go, oh, it's not enough to like not be gay. You have to be anti-gay. If you're not anti-gay, you're supporting them. Like, funny enough, I saw someone with this exact take watching Asmongold, because Asmongold, someone in his chat had asked him that if he ever had like a kid and if they became trans, and they asked Asmongold if he would still love his kid, and Asmongold said yes, he would still love his kid, and that for the sake of them having a relationship, that he would respect his kid's pronouns. And someone made a video talking about how Asmongold is like super woke because of that. Vote one, Nerdy John. I'm a quarter Mediterranean. I'm an expert on their culture. That's why extremists on both sides suck. Yeah, exactly. It's also fucking horseshoe theory. Like it should not. There should not be a reality where Nick Fuentes, an actual Nazi, like an honest to God actual Nazi, and Hassan Piker have the same political takes about Jews. That should not be the fucking case. But hey, we live in a world where that is indeed the fucking case, and it's fucking sad.
Jay says, I don't know if he's thinking is one of the most accurate and funny things ever. Then over on the I Miss the Old iDubbbz subreddit, Chip Kipling posts this clip with the caption, iDubbbz admits he's had this grudge against Charlie since the apology tour.
I've had an eyebrow raised at Charlie since he was like, since his opinion of my apology was like,
Of course.
since he was basically raising an eyebrow. I didn't think iDubbbz was being Hitler at that time. What the hell? This seems unnecessary since iDubbbz wasn't being.
And like was iDubbbz immature in 2016? Yes, he was. Absolutely was. But like, this is my thing too. I don't think anyone thought he was Hitler. It's the fact that you think that you were Hitler which scares me. Like, the fact that you looked at your content for years. Like, dude, like, I don't know about you all, but when I was watching like old school iDubbbz, I didn't think the Nazis were great. I didn't think that. iDubbbz is secretly, like, not even secretly, is like just revealing that like when he was making that content back in the day that he thought that like Nazis were great, apparently. I think that says more about you than it does like anyone else. The fact that like dude, because like iDubbbz, I guarantee you no one rational who was watching your content was walking away with those opinions that you apparently secretly held that Nazis were great, man. What the fuck?
Hitler.
And Ein's Nika replies, is anyone surprised? He held a grudge over Sam Hyde copyright striking him for like 8 years. Dude is pathetic. And neither category says, he has also held a grudge against Keem over a joke DM that Ian took way too personally, which actually made Ian make the content cop on him. And he's still seething about it to this day. Nostrat says, it makes me wonder when Ian would have decided to start holding a grudge against Ethan. How far back does it go? Is he still upset that Ethan wouldn't let him use the front door that one time? Who knows?
That is a good question, because like this was the resentment he feels towards Ethan Klein probably has been brewing for like a very long time. I mean, like, it just now is his opportunity to strike. I mean, he was perfectly fine using him to promote his charity events and content beforehand, but you know, now he's just like an evil, awful person, because you know that's how it works, guys. You're a good person until, you know, until you're not, and then I can just use you for content.
The Regi says, I've never seen someone who has such a pathological hatred of the person they used to be. He hates himself so much that he has a problem with people who don't hate him. That's a kind of self-loathing you can only get by having your self-esteem utterly shattered. I think we can all guess who we have to thank for breaking this man's mind like this. And Peaches in Horror replies, it's absolutely nothing but projection, because it was never his choice to change. A lot of his friends didn't have to go on some massive apology tour and shun their past work. They just very strategically beelined to other content without making a big deal about it. The rest of the Cancer Crew, H3, whilst still being incredibly successful. He's now stuck pandering to a community which hates him but can never leave because they are the last.
No, yeah, dude, he's the least successful out of his old friend group. Ethan still makes a lot of money doing the podcast. Filthy Frank became Joji, one of the most popular like music artists on the planet, who needs to fucking release a new album. But I digress. Max Mofo does Cold Ones now, if I remember correctly, which is a pretty successful YouTube channel. Like, dude, he's been fucking left in the dust by all of his friends who have like adjusted like their content accordingly.
Remaining people on this planet that will give him money. He literally gave up everything he stood for to end up with nothing, and he still does not even believe the things he claims because we know he's just repeating things Anissa says. He will now forever be salty and spend the rest of his days greasy and sockless, tearing down anyone more successful than him to 5 viewers on stream. Delicious. Shout out to our tier 3 members, internet representative.
But no, yeah, that was... iDubbbz is so pathetic to me. He's so fucking pathetic. It is sad, man. So sad. It really is. But let's see. 8 o'clock. We still got time for more. We still got time for more content. So, friend of the channel, Willie
Welcome
Mac,
to the world of
made a new
high-level
video.
political commentary, where Ian and Anissa are hating on an Iranian immigrant for saying that America is more free than Iran.
They're going to come find me and they're going to drone strike me. The Iranian government will drone strike me if I say mean things. Are they going to check his last 5 years of social media history?
Yeah, I mean that's what oppressive governments do is they check. Oh my god, that's a fucking I wish he didn't have his like fucking camera all weird. That's a fucking great freeze frame right there. But no, like hit the nail on the head there. Oh, what point did I hit the nail on the head there for? I'm a little confused. I've been rambling for a little bit now, but I'm glad you're liking the content so far. But no, just fucking him and his wife are so fucking stupid.
He's nervous in this moment.
You guys are laughing at him, but he is nervous. The screen you guys have paused shows him saying in closed captions, "I am worried for my family." 2 days later, mass protests would break out, and the regime was estimated to have killed thousands of people. His son has been crashed.
Dude, that's fucking... Okay, seriously though, that's awful. That's awful that's happening. It's a shame that like the Iranian government has neglected its people so much that the people need to protest in order to like fight for change. But it's like, dude, fucking egg on their face. And iDubbbz is still like, yeah, I would travel to Iran right now. It's like, no, you wouldn't.
Crashing out at NBA player Deni Advia for making the All-Star team. He's saying that the voting must be rigged by Israel because the player was born in Israel.
It's not surprising if there's any sort of you know, voter process, Mossad will come in and just game.
Is this not like rhetoric of like this is like the same rhetoric of like the Jews control the media? The same exact rhetoric. Like just replace Zionist with Jew. That's all you have to do, and you get this fucking racist rant.
Dude, this guy thinks Israel is behind everything. Deni Advia is averaging 26 points a game. He's trying to cancel him by saying he served in the Israeli military.
He served in the Israeli occupational forces.
Dude, that's literally a requirement. If you're a national born Israeli citizen, you are required to serve in the military. Dude, oh my god. Hassan, I noticed that you pay taxes. And those taxes go to Israel. So you're supporting Israel, right? That's the logic. You're supporting the death of Palestinians. How about you just not pay your taxes? I mean, the cause is just, right? How about you just not pay your taxes? Dude, like they're literally begging people to go to jail, because that's what happens when you refuse to serve mandatory military in countries that require it, such as like South Korea, for example. If you do not serve the country of origin, like if you do not do your mandatory military service, they will arrest you and put you in prison for a fucking long time. Is it right? No, I'm not saying like, but like you're essentially asking them to throw away their life. So that way you can feel good about yourself. So that way you can say they're one of the good ones. What was said at the end of the video about iDubbbz being the least successful out of his friend group? No, yeah, exactly. He's a fucking moron. I think that really showcased like he was the least creative one out of that group, least talented.
But if you take 2 seconds and look at his Wikipedia page, you can see that he didn't serve. He got a deferment from military service.
Wait, so he didn't even serve? He holds dual citizenship of Israel and Serbia. The latter because of his father. His father is a citizen. Okay.
To go play basketball. He's literally just making stuff up about the guy.
Dude. Oh, so he didn't even do what he's claiming. What the fuck? What the fuck, Hassan?
Hating him based on where he was born. You should be proud of your heritage. That's why I started to look into my own heritage with my heritage.
Oh my god, Willie. Willie, nah. That's fucking cringe, Willie. Fucking cringe. How fucking dare you? How fucking dare you, Willie Mac? Shame on you. Dude, how is it that kicks the platform that gets accused of botting the bunch, but like literally all the chatters I've gotten on like my Twitch end of being like, yo, buy more followers, buy viewers, buy viewers. It's fucking crazy. But we're gonna skip this ad because I'm sorry, Willie. That was cringe. That was cringe, Willie. Shame on you. Go support. In all seriousness, go support Willie's content. But holy shit, that ad.
About things he knows nothing about. His evidence that the NBA All-Star voting is rigged is that Denny received fewer votes last year than this year.
The reason why there is some suspicion that there is some fuckery afoot is because of the voting process, I think. If there's any sort of voter process, Mossad will come in and just game it. They will game it. Yeah, last year he got 20K votes. This year he got 2.2 million votes.
Wow, it's as if averaging 10 less points a game and 3 less rebounds makes a difference. It makes perfect sense why he would receive more.
Oh my god, he became a better player. Who'da thunk it? Who'da thunk it? He became a better player.
More votes this year. Hassan then watches LeBron James defend Denny's place, so then he just starts calling LeBron a Zionist.
LeBron James on Denny Avdija. He's had a hell of a season. No! Oh no, they got him.
He's playing great basketball. He's having a hell of a season.
The Zionist.
Yeah, so like he's a pretty good basketball player. Zionist. Like what? What? What the fuck?
This came out and offered a defensive Denny. This is devastating. My goat is washed a little bit here.
If people want to go after Denny for his political statements, by all means do it. But now we're at the conspiracy theory of Israel controls the NBA now.
The gaming of the.
When in reality, it's China. China controls the NBA. I think that's pretty clear. China's the one that controls the NBA, for fuck's sake. Like, dude, this is fucking funny as hell. Politics can be goofy. Politics can be goofy in some areas. It's just like for example, I'm not really going to be talking about like the Emaru and Denim situation because like that to me is not really that whole lot of fun. What I find fun is when like someone like is like Hassan, who's basically a Nazi, but like dresses himself up like he's not, but he clearly is, because you just replace one word in all of his sentences and he sounds exactly like a fucking Nazi.
The process, NBA Netanyahu basketball, yeah. Netanyahu Benjamin Association. That's what NBA stands for. NBA stands for Netanyahu Benjamin Association now.
Hassan's been bragging about how much of a political savant he is because of his 2025 predictions list.
The reason why you give me the big bucks is because you come here to figure out what the news of tomorrow is going to look like.
But when you look at his predictions from last year, they're so obvious. Trump politics becomes the new norm. By this time, Donald Trump had already won the presidential election. At that point, isn't it already the new norm? TikTok doesn't get banned. Did anyone actually think that TikTok would be permanently banned? Now that would have been a bold prediction. At least one natural disaster. What are the odds of there being zero?
Oh my god. He predicted that in like oh my god, he predicted one natural disaster? Holy shit. That's never happened before.
Zero natural disasters. What, you want a pat on the back for that? Canada won't be annexed into the US. So his
oh my god. Fucking not Ian. Hassan, you're so fucking smart. Holy shit. You predicted that it would be stupid to go to war with Canada. Congrats.
Viewers are watching this and they're just stunned that he's gotten these right. He's so proud of these predictions.
Look at this, okay? This is the reason why you come to me for
GTA 6 is delayed. Oh dude, he's just Marvel Rivals dead meta. What? We are fully gearing up for war. What?
Reliable analysis.
His 2026 predictions are just as stupid. He's like, AI will lead to issues.
AI will get completely out of control.
Everybody
AI was already out of control in 2025. What do you mean?
knows this. People have been saying this for 5 years. He says his predictions are why everybody watches him, and then he says nothing will happen in Iran.
As far as like Iran goes, I think like, you know, stuff heats up in Iran all the time. I don't foresee Iran getting into some serious trouble anytime soon.
Really? Really, Hassan? Well, you know, even a clock is wrong once in a while, you know.
Hassan made this prediction 4 days after the protest in Iran started. Since the government has shut down all communication in and out of the country, some sources estimate that over 30,000 protesters have been killed. He's 1 day into the new year and he's already wrong, but it gets worse.
Trump doesn't invade Venezuela.
Hassan's stream was on January 2nd. That night, the United States kidnapped the Venezuelan president. This guy frames himself as a geopolitics expert, yet somehow he's always getting his predictions wrong. Other geopolitical channels were calling this out in November. Ryan Macbeth put it as the free space of his 2026 predictions bingo card.
I'm going to start with number 0, which really isn't a prediction, it's almost fate, so that's why it's the free space on my bingo card. Venezuela. Maduro is finished. There is no outcome where Maduro continues as a leader of Venezuela. Whether it is right or wrong, this is simply what is going to happen.
This guy was wrong about Ukraine, wrong about Venezuela, wrong about Iran. We're at the point where if he says your country is safe, I'm worried for you.
I also don't think...
Oh, yeah. Dude, France is actually like a pretty safe country to be in right now. Next day, France gets nuked. Like those are the levels of his predictions.
China doesn't militarily invade Taiwan.
Oh no.
Sometimes I can't tell if he's making a prediction or if he's just stating his agenda for the year.
Lying is even more OP than it's ever been. Calling it. You can just be like, no, I'm lying.
Brother, you've spent 6 months lying about your dog's collar. The only people competing with Hassan on the most embarrassing start to 2026 are the 2 people trying to be him, Ian and Anissa.
Things that she describes like admiring in other people, I'm like, I kind of want to strive to be like those people.
Their streams are so painfully boring, they're just watching 90 Day Fiance. If you did this on YouTube, you would get a copyright strike. Old iDubbbz would hate him.
I'm gonna sit on the end of my bed, gonna set up the camera, and I'm gonna watch some fucking videos. Editing. That shit. What am I, a dude, are you gonna edit your video? No, what do I look fucking gay?
iDubbbz is a
Dude, honestly, that's the funny thing. Is like 2016 iDubbbz would hate what he turned out to be right now. He would absolutely hate it. Not in like the political sense, but just like as a creative. Creatively speaking, 2026 iDubbbz is so fucking bankrupt compared to how he used to be. Say what you will about like the quote unquote agenda or the politics of the videos in 2016. iDubbbz fucking cared about what he made back in the day. Now he just fucking does. He just fucking sits there, fucking watches reality TV all the goddamn day, and is like, how come I don't have 10,000 viewers?
achieved his goal of becoming more like Hassan by making bold claims without looking into them, just making stuff up. He starts going after this Iranian man named Mahdi because he was expressing how much freer he is in America compared to Iran.
It's like a different planet to me.
Yeah.
I feel weird. Like I do not belong here, but I like it here.
You think he's in a marabou? It kind of comes off that way.
It does, yeah. Like, why are you so excited? Like,
oh my god, dude, why are you so excited to be in America? Why are you so excited to be in America? It makes me wonder what they think of immigration. And like, this is not, I want to make it clear, this is probably the only time I'm ever going to talk about this, but like, it seriously makes me wonder what they think of immigrants who come to America. Do you think they sit there and go, why are you coming here? Why are you coming to America? It's so awful. Just stay in your country. Stay in your beautiful country. And it's like, and this is where conservative like people. I don't want to say on the left because it's like these are the only people I've seen with this opinion, so I'm not going to blanket term a whole group. But like, what like the people who support ICE and the people who are like iDubbbz and Anisha. People want to come to this country because of better opportunities. That's why that's always why people have come to this country. It's very simple. So, okay, excluding like politics and what you all think aside, baseline, that's why anyone comes to another country. It's because they want better opportunities, and the country they are currently going to has better opportunities than the one that they currently live in. That's why people immigrate to Canada, immigrate to the UK, because like the US, those countries also have opportunities that some countries just don't have. And it's just insane to me that they just go, why do you want to be here? Why? It's like you're insulting the intelligence of these people who have struggled their whole life and are trying to like better their livelihood. I don't know. Especially like, I mean, granted, 90 Day Fiance isn't like a fucking I couldn't tell you what this guy was like prior to this, right? Maybe he was a little privileged compared to the average Iranian citizen. Maybe not. Who knows? But like clearly there is some culture shock here. It's over exaggerated because again, we have to keep in mind it is reality TV. But like clearly he's not used to like how things are in America yet. And like from the looks of it, they're in a big city. What does it look like? San Francisco? I don't know. The point is they're in a big city. So like obviously it's going to be, especially like during certain events or times of the year, it's going to be very lively. So yeah, I'm sure it's a fucking culture shock.
You've definitely been kind of dreaming about it.
Yeah.
He's on a show where the entire point is that he gets to come to America. Do you expect him to be sad? Of course he's excited.
Seeing people singing and dancing like on the street, it just feels weird because if you do that in Iran, like they can arrest you. Do you know that?
For dancing?
Like this, like
It's a little eye rolly, like why are you presenting it like it feels like he's paid to do propaganda for
the US.
Dude, they're so fucking dumb. Like, dude, okay. Fucking live in Iran for a bit then. Live there for a bit. See how it goes. I don't fucking know.
Well, this is so strange to me because I'm seeing everyone having such a good time here, being so free
and laughing.
But in Iran, you would be arrested on the spot for having any sort of joy.
If you were ever feeling joy, they would arrest you in Tehran, Iran. Yeah, he's in a marabou. Yeah.
They're making these smug faces, but what he's saying is true. You cannot dance in public in Iran, especially if you're a woman.
Yes, dancing in public is illegal in Iran. It's strictly prohibited under the Islamic Penal Code as an act against public modesty. Public dancing, particularly by women or mixed gendered pairs, is viewed as an act of defiance, leading to arrest, fines, and potential imprisonment. Interesting. Oh, actually, muted for some reason. 5 teenage girls reportedly arrested in Iran for dancing to Selena Gomez songs. Oh, that's fucking great. That's fantastic.
Arrested for dancing to Selena Gomez. Again in 2023, Iran dancing couple sentenced to 10 years in jail for posting a video of dancing in the street. 2018, woman arrested for dancing. 2014, Iran happy dancers sentenced to jail. They received 91 lashes. Anisha does OnlyFans, and iDubbbz has posted about how he wants to try OnlyFans. If you two lived in Iran, you'd both be in prison, but they have no perspective. They continue to mock him.
You can't have your dog
On a leash?
even on a leash.
Well, where are you supposed to keep it?
I don't know, at home?
Okay, so you don't know.
Everything has changed.
I just don't think you have a
48
dog,
hours
bro.
ago?
Yeah, no shot. That's true. None of this is true. That's what's so annoying about it.
This is so.
This is going to be a lot of people's exposure to
Iran.
Iranians and Iranian culture. They're like, I guess.
You can't have dogs in Iran.
No, actually, a lot of, war veterans that served in the Iran war, the Iran-Iraq war, you know, they probably tell you stories about how those people behave too, you know?
Follow-up question told you all that you needed to know.
Yeah.
Like,
Where do they keep it?
I have no idea. Okay, so you just don't know.
They're calling him a liar and saying that he doesn't know, but he lived there. You guys don't know. Ian and Anissa are watching this from a computer. They can literally just look it up and see that most cities ban you from being able to walk your
No, walking your dog in public is generally banned in Iran. Authorities in Tehran and at least 18 other cities have implemented bans on walking dogs in parks and on streets, as well as transporting them in vehicles. The restriction is based on viewing dogs as unclean and a sign of Western influence. Okay.
Your dog. Ethan reached out and interviewed Madi, and he said he's been pulled over before because they had a dog in the car.
We were like going somewhere and we had a dog. It was my friend's dog in the car, and they pulled us over.
Wow.
So that's when it stuck in my mind that, oh my God, even in the car, it's not okay to keep the dog.
Everyone knows that if you live in Iran, you cannot freely criticize the Iranian government, except for Ian and Anissa. They're not aware. They're implying Madi's a liar.
You have to be, I have to be careful about the words.
You can speak freely here. You're in America.
Are you shit? They're going to come find me and they're going to drone strike me.
It's not necessarily like he's worried about himself there, because he's safe in America, but the problem is like his family is not. His family is still in Iran. Like
the Iranian government will drone strike me if I say mean things.
Listen, he's planning on going back potentially, okay? And if he wants to travel back, he's got to be careful with what he says.
Ian is saying that sarcastically, but it's actually true. Look at the frame they paused it on. The caption says, "I'm worried about my family."
Are they going to check his last 5 years of social media history?
These two have never known hardship. Ian's only normal job was when he worked at the Gap, where he was fired, and Legoland.
I just did not want a normal job. I worked at the Gap.
So you know how to fold a good shirt.
No, they let me go. It was seasonal work.
You got fired from the Gap?
I wouldn't say it's fired. They said,
let go.
If I was a good employee, they would have kept me. The second job was Legoland.
Next, he's gonna start complaining about how New Year's was on a Wednesday.
Here specifically, they're like, no, let's make sure it's all in there. We want the full context. He's nervous in this moment.
He is. Read his words.
We need to make it clear that people come here because they want our green cards.
Do you guys want the producer to hate on him and call him delusional like you guys are doing? Like, what is the alternative?
Let's comfort him because he's now in the land.
We'll just do what you want to do and just throw him to the fucking wolves. God damn. Fucking hell, man. These people are so fucking insane. I genuinely hate iDubbbz and Anisha so fucking much. They're so insufferable when it comes to content.
End of the free.
Everything's perfect here.
Nobody said that.
Listen to this again. And by the way, these guys watched 90 Day Fiancé. Listen to this.
The land of the free.
Everything's perfect here. We need to make it clear that people come here because they want our green cards.
That's the premise of the fucking show of 90 Day Fiancé. They want to come here and get a green card, and you don't know if they're sincere or if they just want the green. That's why you watch.
Why are they watching it?
They're stealing a TV show and they don't even know what it's about. Hassan's chair adds more insightful commentary. They hear Madi say that he's worried about his family, and they just look so annoyed about it.
I'm worried about my family. It just goes back to the politics stuff, and
It's not comparable.
yep.
Okay, brother.
Are you ready to go home?
Madi explains the culture shock of living outside of Iran.
Here, everything looks more colorful.
Well, it's Marty.
Dude.
Dude.
Okay. He's in Louisiana. All right.
He is talking like he's writing it's so performative. It's annoying.
He's writing a new American anthem.
Such a big fat lie. Yeah, dude.
Just because you guys refuse to look up anything.
Dude, white people find out that people don't hate America as much as they do. Shocker. I know, right? God fucking damn.
Thing he says doesn't make him a liar.
I can totally feel the freedom here. I told you 100.
Okay, so never go back.
So they make fun of him, call him a liar. 2 days later, protests break out in Iran. Death estimates are massive. So then Mahdi's fiance from the show calls out Ian and Anissa in an Instagram post, saying, flashback to when so many of you mocked my husband and called him a liar.
Such a big fat lie? Yeah, dude.
Telling him his reality wasn't real.
None of this is true? That's what's so annoying about it.
My husband has always spoken to me with respect about the heart of Iran, while being vocal about the injustice there.
No, yeah, exactly. I'm sure like the country itself is beautiful. It's the government that makes it a fucking shitty place to live. It's same with like the Chinese government. Like China, from what I like, obviously I haven't been there. But like from like what you see with like photos and like the culture, it seemed like these countries seem beautiful. They seem like fantastic places to like travel, visit, maybe even live if it's for the right person. But unfortunately, they have fucking shitty governments in control that like ruin it for everyone, because there's just like, no, you can't have dogs, you can't dance in the streets. Like, come on.
That's what he actually wanted you to see. Can you hear them now? The chanting, the screaming, the deaths. This is the reality you mock. Many of you owe him an apology. Anissa and Ian see this post and they go, nah, she wasn't talking about us.
Tiddlywink says, do you know the wife of the Iranian man responded to you and Anissa? She didn't respond to me and Anissa specifically. She was putting out a statement to people who were being rude or judgmental to her and her husband.
That's you guys.
You guys, what do you call what you were doing? If not rude and judgmental. What? Dude, you people are, oh my God. At least own up to when you're fucking dicks. Own up to it. God,
you're describing yourself. The cope is real. Dude, Stevie literally posted a picture of your stream and covered your face with the clown emoji. He's directly responding to you. It's obvious to anyone with eyes. But still, Mahdi clarified this on Ethan's stream, leaving no room for doubt.
And my wife was just like directly talking about them because you know what, people can just like say whatever they want, but when you have like a huge platform like this, you can't just like directly be racist and just like not doing your research.
Hate to break it to you, Mahdi, but this is how half of the internet goes about politics.
Yeah, sorry, man. Hate to break it. Especially people on their side. God fucking damn. I genuinely can't stand how Ian does content nowadays. It's so infuriating.
Politics. So Ian claims that Stevie was only talking about judgmental people, not them, and then he immediately comes out and says, yeah, we were being judgmental and we're not sorry for it.
She was putting out a statement to people who were being rude or judgmental to her and her husband.
Which I don't apologize for.
No.
Being judgmental.
Hell no.
I can feel the freedom.
This situation is so embarrassing for them, yet they still have the confidence to clip out a soundbite of Mahdi to continue to make fun of him.
That's how it goes.
If you think we're mean,
yeah,
do not go to the 90 Day Fiancé Reddit. Do not go there.
Why would that make what you said any less stupid? Oh, well, people on Reddit said worse. Is that where you learn about geopolitics? Reddit?
Also, when someone's being an Ameriboo, you can call them an Ameriboo.
I'm allowed. Yeah, we reserve the right to call somebody an Ameriboo.
We as white people reserve the right to be racist towards Middle Easterns is basically what they're saying here.
They would probably call the dead protesters Ameriboos.
Yeah, he's an Ameriboo. Yeah.
And if I go to Iran and I'm like, this place is awesome, the Iranians can call me an Iranaboo.
Yep.
And or whatever word they have for it.
And they would be correct, because it's not our business to whitewash that country's atrocities.
What? Wait. So, in your opinion, what would you call what he's doing? Like saying that America is like a nice place to live. It's not, obviously it's not whitewashing. What do you call it? What would you call it, Anisha? What would you call it? Let's not forget that America is a boiling pot of other cultures, right? Like, what would you call that, Anisha? What would you call what he's doing then?
In the same way that somebody coming to America and saying they can feel the freedom with what's going on, I don't know. I'm allowed to say it's cringe.
He didn't whitewash any atrocities. He just says that he's more free here than when he's in Iran. Ironically, you guys are running propaganda for Iran when you say that he's lying instead of just looking up the laws. If he was in any Western country, he'd be talking about how much more free he is.
Like if you...
No, yeah, because like, I don't know, does 90 Day Fiancé do a Canadian show too? Like, is there like ever one where like they fly to Canada? Like, I'm sure if like the premise was like in Canada, he probably would be saying the same thing. And that's not like, because like obviously like it or if like it was the UK even if it was like any country where it's like they, you know, allow you to say what you want, you know, you can keep dogs in the street, you can dance. Like, yeah, of course he's gonna say, "Oh yeah, this is like so much freedom, you know."
Want to be critical of the Iranian regime, that's great, that's fine. Like if that, especially if you have experience, right?
Yeah. He goes like what you were watching. Experience. Bro, man is Persian. He lives in Iran his whole life. He has some experience there.
But using another country to essentially say like, America great, America awesome. That's where I have the problem with.
I would have said the same thing if it was like, I don't know, in Canada.
Ian is taking out his political anger on this.
I swear I didn't pre-watch this. The point being, it wasn't that he was specifically in America. It was that he was in a country that was more free than Iran. Like, like come on.
Random immigrant from Iran. Adi explains how he misses his family, and Ian says, well, Iran must not be that bad.
Dude, you can again, just because you have a problem with like the government of a country does not mean you hate everything about the country, right? That's and honestly, that's like the drama that's created here on 90 Day Fiancé. It's like, oh well, like, you know, if I go to America, I get green card. If I get green card, I, you know, opportunity, but then like you miss your family. That's the whole back and forth with 90 Day Fiancé. Like, have they never watched this show before?
Thing I've ever done was leaving my family, but I can't even be honest with her about that. About it when I was in Iran. If one day you don't want to be with me,
thank you, Ham and Fish.
Still stay in the U.S. But now I don't feel like that anymore.
What? I thought you could feel the freedom. Why wouldn't you want to stay in the U.S.? Turns out the U.S. isn't so
I don't know that I'm okay with that
beauteous
either.
after all.
Doesn't like the feeling of freedom, I guess.
This is probably
Your takeaway from this is that he hates freedom? In the United States, ICE killed 2 people and it's affecting election polls. In Iran, the protesters are getting mowed down and there is no elections. Ian then starts defending North Korea, notoriously the worst regime in—
No. iDubbbz, you didn't do that. You didn't do that, iDubbbz, did you?
Just say America is the best country at everything every 10 minutes as a disclaimer on Saturdays. Honestly, that was the most frustrating part of the controversy. Put that in quotes, by the way. Because none of these people coming in here actually give a fuck.
Nobody in your chat cares because nobody is in your chat at all. This is what it looks like.
Iran sucks. Yes. Iran sucks. America? Let's not pretend that America is this golden object on the top of the hill. Let's not use it, because they do it with North Korea as well.
Compared to North Korea and Iran, the United—
Yeah, dude, a good portion of the North Korean population starves to death. What do you mean? They're always like they're kept in the dark, literally and figuratively. Like what? iDubbbz, go to North Korea then. If like America and Canada are so fucking awful to live at, go to these places. See what it's like then.
The United States is a golden object on the hill. There's a reason these guys moved to Canada and not North Korea. Ian starts getting comments saying it's crazy to attack the guy for his story.
Can you address this real quick? As someone who is a sub and has gifted, letting you know I've canceled my sub, seeing the ignorant comments putting down the Iranian man did it for me. A close friend of mine's parents escaped Iran for Italy and have told me how bad the regime is.
You see, that's not even— oh, they escaped to America. They escaped to Italy, which I don't know what the politics are like over there, but like if from what I'm aware of, they're another like Italy's another democratic country in the West. So, yeah, I assume there's a lot more freedoms over there than in Iran currently.
It's not American propaganda. Very disappointed. Do better. Write me off as a troll. I don't care. I just want you to see the criticism and hopefully think before you speak.
And Ian just starts stuttering because there is no good response.
Honestly, I think this is... Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Using another country to essentially say, like, America great, America awesome. That's where I have the problem with.
It's because you're an idiot. There's nothing wrong with him comparing his rights in Iran to people's rights in America. He then starts going off on how the TV show Big Bang Theory is too edgy. Bro, it's like a G-rated family.
Dude, like, the fucking Big Bang Theory is so fucking milquetoast. I hated that show growing up. I don't mind it now. But it's just like, the show was so boring to me. Like, what? Why are you praising? Or just like... Not praising, but why are you saying Big Bang Theory is fucking edgy? It's not. What the fuck?
Sitcom.
I've been watching The Big Bang Theory. Every fucking episode of this show, nearly every episode of the show, that is an American-made show for the most like normie people in America. They say something about how India is a hole.
I have seen many episodes of this show. I have no idea what he's talking about.
Like, they say it in their own cute, kind of funny way, but like that shit sucks.
Most of the humor specific, like, granted, I haven't seen every episode like fucking Ian here, but it's like doesn't stem from the country itself. It just stems from like Raj, that's like the character's name, right? Raj, like Raj's family. I think they made like an Indian call center joke before, but like that's about it.
I tried to look up the most offensive joke from this show, and this was all I could find.
Give me the phone. Why? Just give it to me. What are you doing? Don't worry, you'll thank me. Hello, Lalita, Raj, good Yes, it is good to talk to you too.
This is what iDubbbz thinks is too edgy these days. Ironically, iDubbbz and Anissa mocked Mahdi for his accent their entire stream.
You're being so free
and laughing.
But in Iran, you would be arrested on the spot for having any sort of joy.
If you are ever feeling joy, they would arrest you in Tehran, Iran.
There's no way that they're this unself-aware. They have to be trolling. Ian then says that Mahdi needs to be more reflective of his actions.
So when I see it in media, perfect example, the 90-day episode where this Iranian man who could have a lot of valid opinions about Iran. I just feel like, to be honest, like if someone's going to be that...
He could have valid opinions on his own country. He could. I think he would. I think he would, considering he lives in the country, or lived. I don't know. Just 90-Day Fiance ended yet? Has he gone back to Iran yet? Did he take the next flight out? But like, no, my point being, like, come on, bro. iDubbbz is so pathetic.
Like like not reflective, with or uncritical even. With that sort of shit, like, this might not be the place for you.
Brother, you have like 6 people watching. Don't tell him to leave, so that only makes more people turn on him.
Arc_VR says, my family fled Iran, though, and some still exist there and have told me the same sort of stuff. Dude, that's fine. You can be critical of Iran. I'm not...
You could be critical of Iran, but how dare you say America might be better? That seems to be his issue, is that, like... It's like, oh, you could criticize your government, no problem, but don't you dare praise America while you do it. It's like, I get it. Like, certain aspects of America are a fucking shithole, you know. Speaking as an American, yeah, unfortunately, that's the case a lot of the time. But like, holy shit, man. Like, come on.
Taking that away from you. I'm not taking that away from you, but don't use it as an excuse to say, like, America the Great and like feed into American propaganda, right? Like, it's That's essentially the argument.
So he's got to downplay how bad Iran is because you hate America? Are you 5 years old? Ian is so dumb, he has to look up how to win Wordle.
What were the 3 words that allow you to win this every time? It was like pudgy. I'm gonna look it up.
Big old balls that drag me down. You find me dancing around sexy town.
People have been speculating that Ian has blown all of his money. He has had 2 failed boxing events, a fairly inactive YouTube channel. He moved in with his mother-in-law and jokingly, not jokingly, said they were broke.
Okay, so here's the deal.
We're poor. Sorry.
Newsflash, we're poor. That's why we're in the basement for a 3rd or 4th week in a row.
Now Caleb Hammer is coming out and saying that Ian and Anissa sold their house for a massive loss, which is unheard of in today's market.
We know for a fact he is broke because my realtor, who I'm not going to out, is, he's interested in some of the drama things, and we knew that they were trying to sell their house in the Seattle area, and they put a lot of money into renovating the house we saw.
Oh, no.
And they listed it for only slightly above what they bought it for a few years back.
No.
And they had to keep dropping it by 50,000, 50,000, 50,000. Eventually, before it was taken off the market, I don't know if it was sold, but it was at least taken off the market. I think it was at least 100,000 below what they bought it for after putting hundreds of thousands into a renovation.
Yikes.
They're broke. I don't know how they're bringing in income right now because they don't get views.
Caleb then invites Ian on his show Financial Audit.
There's always an open seat in this office for Mr. iDubbbz if he wants to come in.
Yeah, come in. I'm not going to be hostile towards you.
Ian sees this offer and just starts saying that Caleb is creepy.
Unk get on Financial Audit? No, dude, that guy. He's so creepy. I don't want
Fuck that guy. He's creepy.
anything to do with freaks. That is like red alert. Red alert. Keep the freaks away from me, please.
So I don't know, maybe they're fine financially, but then I tune into their podcast on Patreon and they're promoting Anissa's OnlyFans by saying Ian is going to be partaking in it, which seems a little desperate.
We went to a cabin in Sylvan Lake and took a ton of photo sets.
Yes, so if you're an OnlyFans aficionado, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Also videos.
Yeah.
I ate my husband's pickle.
Uh-huh.
On a video.
Cool.
This clip leaks and people make fun of him for it, but then they start to act like they don't know why people thought this.
I have to clarify so people save their money. There's no sex tape that's going to be put on a paid platform. So.
Oh, people were thinking.
Really?
Yes,
Jesus. They thought that he had filmed a sex tape.
Jesus.
You literally said you recorded a video with Ian for your OnlyFans. How are you confused? Why else would you say that? But the one thing we didn't consider is that Ian's lack of viewership is by design. He's a genius.
I've watched you since I was 11. I can help you.
Oh.
You should be streaming to thousands. Suck my nuts. I don't understand. You want to stream to less? I mean, more viewers are fine. Like I've had a lot of views on videos. Like I'm familiar with what that comes with, right?
Yeah, but making videos and making streams are two different beasts.
Right? And there's always a cost. More viewers doesn't always mean better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not the goal.
Oh, he's keeping his integrity, guys. You see, he's keeping his integrity.
Sure. Obviously.
Yeah, otherwise there would be thousands of people in here. When I look at Hassan or the rising political pundit in Anissa and Ian, I realize that one prediction of Hassan's is going to come true.
Lying is even more OP than it's ever been.
And these three are some...
But that is the end of the video, guys. If you like Willie Mac's video, go subscribe to his channel, leave a like, tell him that Nerdy John sent you. And, guys, if you enjoyed the content, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe for more live streams. This was impromptu. We're getting back into the swing of things when it comes to live streaming the morning show. But no worries, we'll be back again tomorrow. If you guys are new on the Twitch or the Kick end, make sure you leave a follow. And if you're feeling extra generous, come over here on the YouTube end and subscribe. But we do have our YouTube members to thank. We have Pigeon Salad for being a Super Nerd 3 for fucking 26 months. He's been in Super Nerd 3 for 26 months, man. That's well over a year. Well over 2 years. Thank you, man, so much. Then we have our Super Nerd 1, which you can join for just 99 cents. We have Weird Collar Guy. We have Beryl. We got Cool Anime Girls. We got Wookie Z, Kicking the Swede, Lady Nerdars, K-Huck, Daniel, and Manic. Thank you all so much for tuning in today, if I can speak. Thanks for the entertainment as I played RE6. I'm glad I could do it for you. This is Nerdy John, host of the best morning show in commentary. Take care, everyone, and goodbye as I get the outro song. Guys, I swear, I'm a professional streamer. I'm a professional, as some would say, you know. Where is it? Where is my acoustic? There you are. Anyway, take care, everyone.
Town, and all you ever notice are the ways it stretched too far. Well, it has been knocked down, but some of us are still left here between the scars. And when you look around, all you ever notice is you cannot see the stars. This is a first-rate town, you know. You just can't see very far. You can never leave, 'cause they'll all it against me. You can never leave, 'cause they'll all it against me. You can never leave, 'cause they'll all it against me. You can never leave. When the last door closed, you packed your clothes and went back to Montreal. Said it was colder there, a chill hangs in the air, it helps you forget it all. You left an empty bookshelf that I didn't fill till fall. This is a first-rate town, you know. You just don't see it at all. You can never leave, 'cause they'll all it against me. You can never leave, 'cause they'll all it against me. You can never leave, 'cause they'll all it against me. You can never leave. Well, it will fade as all things must. I loved you, but you didn't love me enough. Winter comes, the car will rust. I'll start it up, then always run a little rough. This is a first-rate town, and all you ever notice are the ways it stretched too far. They'll keep the death rates down, it's colder than a winter spent in defrosting cars. We talked a lot of leaving, didn't think you'd get that far. This is a first-rate town, you know. You just can't see very